The developers have listened to us. Our concerns, our complaints, they've been answered in a big December devblog where the devs went over everything. So today I'm giving you the overview, what's changing, what's coming, and ultimately what is happening to Path of Titans in 2024. Let's start right away with the biggest piece of content that they spoke about this devblog. This is the game modes, and this includes 3 brand new ways to play the game: Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, and Capture the Egg. So, what are these game modes and what are they about? Well, we have a brief overview in this devblog of each one of them. Firstly, Team Deathmatch is a game mode that puts you against an enemy team. In fact, multiple enemy teams, which we saw from previous tests from the game. You are rewarded in points for every kill you get. Bigger dinosaurs give you a bit more points. Smaller dinosaurs give you less points. So the little teeny tiny dinosaurs are not really worth your time unless you're farming them like it's some kind of villager farm or zombie farm in Minecraft. Each defeated enemy rewards you with marks as well, which you can spend on abilities and skins to upgrade your dinosaur and up your combat prowess. The team that earns the most points will win. Simple as that. Then we move to Capture the Egg. This is like Capture the Flag pretty much, and your goal here is to steal the opponent's egg from their nesting site. That's it. That is Capture the Egg, and it's pretty much Capture the Flag. You earn points by capturing the enemy's egg, taking it back to your delivery point, you get a point. However, while you're carrying an egg, you are going to be slower than how you are without an egg. So that gives the enemy team able to catch up to you and get you, because you will also be identified on the map as being an egg carrier. That being said, this puts an emphasis on teamwork, because you'll have to protect you, who's carrying the egg, or your teammate carrying the egg, and then your team also has to protect the nest in case the enemies try and steal your egg. So good luck with that one. Next we have King of the Hill, and I like King of the Hill game modes, although they can be a bit of a pain in the arse. There are certain capture locations for you to capture. Standing inside will capture the area, and as you control it, you earn points over time. The team with the most points at the end will win. There are also hidden items along the map on all game modes, which will grant you powerful buffs, flashy new effects, and more. Currently, this is just in testing. We've seen this in multiple closed flash testing events, and so obviously this is something that's not in a permanent test just yet, and will probably not be seen in the game for a little while. So you can scratch this off your Path of Titans What's to Come in 2023 video list. Maybe I was wrong when I started at the start of this year, but oh well. I would say this is arguably one of the biggest things they spoke about, and it's hot patching, something that I've banged on about quite a bit lately. However, they were very eager to share this one too. This hot patching system allows the developers to add things to the game without the need for lengthy approval times across all supported platforms. This means they can quickly add new content, bug fixes, and essential fixes, and even more. This would essentially mean that content won't be tied to massive updates like we saw this year. We only saw 4 updates this year, one in Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4, and of course this one lets you see smaller content that, well, maybe more will be coming sooner. However, this will take time, and as the developers mentioned, there are a few issues with the hot patching system currently, and they tie that into the next thing that they're aiming to address, because those fixes will be applied once they upgrade the engine. And so let's talk about that one really quickly. The game recently moved to Unreal Engine 5. I think it was this year. I'm not too sure actually. That being said, the devs are going to upgrade the engine once again to Unreal Engine 5.3, I'm pretty sure. They're saying they're getting it to the latest Unreal Engine patch. Unreal Engine 5.3 is the latest one. However, they do claim some good things here. Great performance improvements on servers which have high player capacity, which should mean that, you know, you're not going to be having choppy or teleporty gameplay, and maybe this could help with the tick rate issues. However, they did say it also helps with the hot patching system because it will fix the issues that they currently have with it. So hopefully we see this soon, and this might be one of the biggest blockers, and once this is ready and done, all will be great. Okay, I know I say something is great, however, I think this one is good as well. I think everything mentioned here is good, but quest updates. The quest system will be overhauled, and the way the developers said this is it's literally going to be overhauled from the ground up. So let's get into this. So they said they're going to tackle it from the ground up. This essentially means their aim is to not add to the system, but tackle it from the ground up, meaning they will change the overall core of the quest system. Instead of the usual collection and delivery quests, this will be changed for a highly situational quest-based system, which is based on location. That has to be where it takes place, of course. They additionally will be aiming to have quest givers, which will ask you for help or put the player in an interesting situation. However, this is most likely going to be an AI of some sort, most likely an AI dinosaur or something like that, which is going to be pretty neat. They will also introduce a metric and achievement system. This will allow you to track your in-game activity like deaths, kills, fish caught, hours played, critters dug out of burrows, and more. And if it's going for deaths, I hope it diverges it into multiple different categories like deaths by gravity, deaths by drowning, deaths by some idiot colliding with you while you're flying in the air. I definitely haven't done that to a couple friends before. I definitely have. However, deaths by gravity, I think that'll be the first thing I win at, because I always find a cliff and I jump off it. The idea is to have a list of achievements you can complete to earn prestigious rewards like skins, new emotes, and more. That's going to be exciting. There will be more dinosaur updates as well, because the game saw several updates to dinosaurs over last year, but the developers have said more dinosaurs will be facing remodels, and it's not just going to be kept to the ones that they've mentioned here. Struthiomimus, Barsboldia, and Lambiosaurus were the ideal 3 that were mentioned, the first 3, but they did follow up by saying more will get the tender love and care that they deserve too. So maybe my homies Stegosaurus and Eotriceratops might get some love and a new tweak to their model more so. Not a major overhaul, just some little changes. That being said, they also mentioned that as far as things go, these updates will also mean that the dinosaurs will get new updates to their abilities and stats, and their aim is to get them as feature complete as possible, which perhaps means that once this is done and the dinosaur's been overhauled, the devs can say, that dinosaur is done, it's gone, it's off the tab, can't get any more alcohol for this dinosaur because he's absolutely well and truly gone. I don't know where I went with that one, but yeah, their aim is to make them feature complete, which arguably would mean they are complete. Rain is finally getting updated. Huzzah! Will the game finally get out of the grips of the British and the eternal rain that's plaguing the game finally be stopped? No, and as a Brit, I'm very, very sorry, because when I look outside, it's always raining. It's not pretty. When I play Path of Titans, I expect dinosaurs. All I get is dinosaurs and rain. If I wanted British weather, I'd walk outside. I don't want that on my computer. However, there will be updates to the rain in this game as well. It's going to be more optimized, and during storms, it's less likely to throttle your device, leading to frame drops. Additionally, rain will no longer go through rocks and overhangs and caves and your home cave. So, if you're in a dry place, you will actually be dry rather than rained on by phasing through the ground and breaking space-time continuum. The developers mentioned updates to the game's audio, and this means stuff like this. Recent updates to toning down the sounds of rainstorms and environmental sounds came to the game recently, as well as a bunch of stuff that's on the public test branch at the moment, and this is what they're talking about. And if you want to see the full changelog for that update, check out this video on the screen. That being said, of course, this is some stuff that they're getting changes to. Dinosaur footprints will be rebalanced, same as the calls. Essentially, previously, all sounds could be heard from the same old distance, which led to quieter sounds like baby calls being heard as just as far away as adult calls. The aim here is to do this. Footsteps will scale with time. Babies will walk quieter compared to adults. Small grunts and baby calls will be quieter, while broadcasts will carry with more distance. They plan on adding more sound updates too as time goes on. Firstly, there will be different and unique environmental sounds for every single biome, better dinosaur distance sounds, and more. So the sound overhauls are not stopping with what we've got on the public test branch. We'll be getting a lot more. And personally, I'm very excited for the updates to sounds in each biome, because that's going to be very, very interesting. In a recent update, Venom was overhauled, and the devs kind of braked it down a little bit, so we're going to discuss that as well. Before, Venom would drain your stamina faster over time, even if you were stood still. And with the introduction of the new stamina system, where stamina-reliant abilities were more common for creatures, as well as recent stamina overhauls, this was something that was not ideally functionable in the game, Venom that is, and was very, very strong after those updates. That being said, Venom now affects your stamina regeneration instead. This is done rather drastically. The stamina that you have is available and always will be there, but the regeneration of that stamina will be greatly reduced. So those of you who are reliant on stamina regeneration or have dinosaurs in your group that give you stamina regeneration buffs, they'll be very handy now, but you'd also have to manage your stamina quite a bit, now knowing that rather than it draining faster, your regeneration will be slashed at quite an alarming rate, so you won't be able to regen as fast as you normally do in combat. That's something to bear in mind. What do you think about that change to Venom, by the way? I wasn't actually fully aware of that until it was explained, so it's nice that it was explained. We're getting more skins. As I mentioned in the quest overhaul system, they're introducing more skins, and the devs said they're literally introducing hundreds of skins. They've got 100 new skins ready to go, with a mix of natural or muted skins, or flashy and bright skins. This will allow you to stand out even further compared to the rest of the gang. This also ties into the expanding quest system, as I mentioned earlier, because a lot of these will be given by getting achievements and completing quests. This is a system that will allow the devs to continuously add new skins and rewards over time, further enhance and add to the game reward system and the gameplay loop. They showcased a handful of skins, so let's quickly have a look at them. Firstly, we have an Allosaurus skin, which is more greens. It's a very natural skin at that. I think this is this based off that, is it Big Al? Is it based off it? Kind of looks a little bit familiar, although maybe I'm mistaken there, I'm not too sure. The next one is a Rex skin. Now, I really want the help here from you guys in the comments on what these are based off, because I know most of these are based off actual creatures. That Rex skin looks really nice. That could be one of my new favorites, with the red face, the way like it changes as the body goes. It just goes to greys and whites. I like that a ton. Kentro's got a nice skin. I think this is kind of from like a lizard of sorts, with just the basic stripe going along the body. A very natural skin. Moving on to the Iguanodon skin, kind of looks like, I don't know, like a cow. It's definitely based not of a cow, but I mean, it's looking very nice. Patchy, blotchy, and then with yellow feet. Gorgeous. Amargasaurus is actually an interesting one, because although it's very natural and subtle, it's one of my favorite ones here. I think my favorite ones are Rex, Amarga, and Kaiwekia, and it looks really nice. Now, obviously, as I said, Kaiwekia, the Kaiwekia one looks kind of like a sea snake of sorts. I'm not actually too sure here, but it looks very nice. It looks like something that will be dwelling in the coral reefs, with a red face, some patterns along the back, and slowly going back to that red hue, with then a yellow hue to end it off. A gorgeous skin at that, and I can't wait to see the derivatives of these skins as well, and the different patterns. So to round things off, I really want to quickly go over once again and reiterate the future focuses that the devs mentioned. They're going to improve core content speed, which will be done by the new patch system, and that's their fix to it. They'll ensure the base game is healthy. This includes the current game. They want to ensure that this is enjoyable and provides a good gameplay loop for all of you to be able to play, interact with, and just have a great time. Of course, this ties into the next point. They want to ensure that the game is fun for you guys. They want us, me and you, to have a good time playing the game, and that's a great thing to hear from developers. And of course, they want to patch gameplay loops and make it funner overall, like the quest system will probably fix the quest problems, and then obviously provide updates based on community feedback, which they talked about quite a bit here. I definitely recommend you watch their full video. I recommend you read their devblog if you want to have a look at a little bit more in-depth stuff. But that's my breakdown of this entire update. Let me know your thoughts about all of it in the comments. A very nice December video here. And maybe we might get a what's to come in 2024, maybe this year. I don't think so. I'm not too sure now that we've got this devblog. They don't normally release 2 in a month. But my prediction might be tempered, and they might absolutely ruin me once again, which they seem to have a tendency of doing. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments down below. Big stuff, awesome stuff. And yeah, hope you're having a great day, great start to your week, and one more week till Christmas. So I bet you're excited for that. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day, and peace.